Goldshire, and she's named after the Doran name of the moon. It's so lame, but I thought it was cool, so that's why I've done it. So we're currently in the Hinterlands, which is a zone contested by the Wild Hammer Dwarves at Airy Peak and the Raven Dusk Trolls of Raven Dusk Village. There's a lodge of high elves here, which is trying to align itself, trying to ally with the dwarves, horde questing as you put a stop to it. Through these camps here, and these unexplored areas, are different areas of these vicious forest trolls. And these trolls are like cannibals, absolutely awful. And through questing, you try to kill them and destroy dead ally caste and civilization, essentially. This area here is one of the 4 dreamways for the Emerald Dragonflight. So later on, when they add it, they will add in a boss up here. Looks really cool. I think that one must be Ceradan, I think. And here's a path to Western Plaguelands. And this little bit here, on the map it shows us this little river. It's actually more of a waterfall in game, but the way that they've done the waterfall actually lets you swim upstream. Like you can swim up these sheer waterfalls, which is funny. So we're down here in the southeastern corner, very far eastern, called Raven Dusk Village, which is a horde area. The cool thing though is that Raven Dusk Village was actually added during one of the later patches for Vanilla WoW. So, the horde originally had very few quests in the Hinterlands until they added this area, which gave a horde a flight path here. It gave us lots of new quests. And it's one of the last forest troll tribes that's still aligned with the horde. After the Second War, a lot of the forest trolls abandoned the horde. You can tell the forest trolls by how they look, and they also reference Zul'jin, which is a great troll hero. But yes, this whole base here was added in one of the later patches, and it has an interesting interaction because there was originally a quest that took place along here, and it's still in the game. We had to collect these little bottles, and now, even though they plonked a whole town on top of it, you can still find these bottles throughout it, which I think is cool. I enjoy the Hinterlands questing because it's pretty mindless stuff. It's alright. But I also absolutely love just how the zone looks, because it looks really pretty. So, I've just turned in the quest, another message to the Wild Hammer. So now I have the final message to the Wild Hammer. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Area Peak and plant this item. Although, hands your long, blood-drenched spear wrapped in several griffin feathers. You take this, Mo. You take this to Area Peak. That's down by the well. You plant it. Drive it right into the ground. Show those dwarves that draw me business. Come back when you do this. Hopefully, you come back alive. And our loot will be some owl beast-hide gloves and 2 gold 20. So now I've ridden here in my Godo, and we are right around the outskirts of Airy Peak. So I'm going to find items
good stuff, man.
Right, we'll turn this in. I wish I could have been there to see a look on their faces, man. Are they picking up their bags? Leaving town? You done good, Misha. Real good. Otto reward you with the big mojo. Thanks, Otto. So what did he give me? He gave me some gloves. And then upgrade of anything. No, they're not.
What's he looking for?
Don't get what you. So now, our next location is to go back to the Undercity. Okay, so here we are within the Undercity. We're doing this next quest in, and we're going to the Magic Quarter. Here it is. Odin Snake Eye. Across the sky. I don't know what to do that one. So now, the next quest will be turning in Sprinkle's secret ingredient in Tanaris. Luckily, I have Hearthstone set to near Tanaris. Because where we're at the moment, we're over here. It's a big reveal. Tanaris is about here. There's like public transport we can take, but it takes forever, so it's not. I'll use my Hearthstone and we'll get back there. We'll get back to close to Gadgetzan or Tanaris. So, here we are in Feralis, in Camp at Warcraft. We'll go over to the Flight Master, and we will take a flight to Gadgetzan, the Goblin Town of Gadgetzan.
Well met. Farewell.
Gadgetzan. Alright, so let's skip forward to it so we aren't waiting here. Alright, so now here we are in the great town of Gadgetzan. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in. So we're talking to Sprinkle.
Yeah, what do you want?
Into the waters of that lake. It's the only place where the violet attraction can be found. Hope you good at holding your breath. That's the stuff for sure. Looks so good, I might just cut you.
Be good.
Just tight while I get this prepared for you. So now we sit tight. Okay, that was quick.
Time is money, friend.
So now we take it over to Marin Noggenfucker.
Time is money, friend. Talk to me.
Delivery for Marin.
Hurry back.
So we wait. Talk to him.
Yo.
So now, he's finally created his Noggenfucker elixir.
Glad I could help.
So now we can free
What's up?
my Noggenfucker from him. But we also got a few Noggenfuckers of our own, so I can drink those.
Keep it real.
Shouldn't I get? I got the skeleton form. Which I think is key. So that's all the quests that I need to finish your turn in. All the quests I have at the moment are orange. So basically we should be doing those. So we need to figure out where I'm gonna go quest. So for level 47, Felwood is a bit too high, I believe. Windspring is way too high. I've done a few Azura quests, but the ones here are too high still. Ungoro is, I think it's too high. I over-leveled Dust while I finished Tanaris. I think I've done everything at quest in Dunbar. No quest in the wetlands. No quest in Lookmadan. I've finished the Badlands. So that means for us, it's either the Searing Gorge or the Swamp of Sorrows. And I'm partial to Swamp of Sorrows actually, so we'll go quest there, alright? Alright, so now we're within Stoneard in the Swamp of Sorrows.
McGraw.
We're gonna pick up quests here.
Zug. For the Horde! Speak.
He's a bit
Strength.
loud.
Thrallhal. Farewell.
Oh, his quests are a bit low.
Thrallhal.
We'll do a few of them
Go
anyways.
with honor. Speak, friend.
We'll talk to
Be
the
safe.
here.
Loktar.
This place hard.
Strength.
Okay. So now we're gonna go out into the swamp.
Thrallhal. What do you
So this place is a big swamp, obviously. Down to the south of here is an area called the Blasted Lands, which contains the Dark Portal, and it's where the Orcish Horde first invaded Azeroth. And the Blasted Lands used to look like the Swamp of Sorrows as well.
Loktar.
Until it got blasted by the destructive energies and turned into an absolute wasteland. And all these mobs here are a bit too low, actually. So we might drop this quest. We'll go back and we'll go to Searing Gorge. Alright, so here we are. We've landed in Kargath in the Badlands. Kargath was actually named after one of the leaders of the old horde, Kargath Bladefist. And yeah, at the time he was still respected as a hero, but once BC comes out, we found out he's not quite so good. Okay, so now we're going into the Searing Gorge. This should have some appropriately leveled quests for us. Okay. So we need to go to Thorium Point, which is right about there, and we're here. So we'll get over there. Right. So this is a new zone that we're in, the Searing Gorge. We're gonna pick up these
Here there.
quests
Off with you.
from these dark-eyed dwarves. He's wearing the I can't remember the name of it, but it comes later in Classic.
Interested on a pint? Watch your back.
So we'll abandon that one. And yeah, these quests are all perfect for us.
You got my attention.
And
Here there.
we'll check this out. I think one quest too many. So we'll abandon those quests, begin the Swamp of Sorrows. Okay. So we've got all the quests here. Our bags are semi-empty. We will pick up the flight path here. Now, people are probably ganking in this area. I got cheaped before when I came in. It's weird that it's still covered up. Okay. This the uncovered part of it. Alright, so first quest is to kill spiders. We can do this.
That spell isn't ready yet.
This quest text is funny. Wouldn't you know it? Every time old Hansel wants to take a moment to relax and reflect upon his life, the powers that be give him another job. Me gots to think, come on. You know what I be saying. Come on. So, these here greater lava spiders are causing a ruckus of some sort. Oilfish says they shoot fire at their, well, anyways, such things upset the children. Guess we got to kill them. Rather, ye got to kill them. So that's our quest for killing spiders. Alright, so we hit Elemental Mastery
I
and
can't ask that yet.
Frost Shock. Frost, shock.
That's still recharging.
Hell yeah.
That spell isn't ready yet.
I know. Bunch of alliance. Wow. They left me alone. So, Searing Gorge. So, this area, between the Searing Gorge and the area below it, the Burning Steps, though actually used to be a part of this area, Red Ridge Mountains, which is, you know, just quite a lovely autumnal sort of area. It's very nice. And this whole region, you know, it looks like a hellscape, but it used to look like Red Ridge, which is, you know, just nice autumnal sort of place. But then a few centuries ago, the Dark-Eyed Dwarves, which are like those people we saw that I was talking to before, they summoned up this great elemental lord called Ragnaros. He's one of the 4 elemental lords, and he's elemental lord of fire. And him being summoned into the world caused the mountain here to explode, or to turn into a volcano. As you can see up there. And it erupting destroyed this entire region and the Burning Steps. And the Burning Steps. So,
Still
and
recharging.
one of the first raids players will actually do is dealing with going into Blackrock Mountain, which is what the volcano is called, and killing Ragnaros. During the First or Second Wars, the orcs that came through the portal, because where we were before in Swamposaurus is just there, and we're up here. So the orcs came through the portal and started attacking here, started attacking human lands, and eventually they ended up settling, they ended up coming to Blackrock Mountain. They invaded it, they displaced some of the dwarves that were living there, and they took over parts of the mountain. And then Nefarian, son of Deathwing, moved in, and he basically started ordering a bunch of the dragons around. Oh no, he was a dragon, and he started ordering a bunch of the orcs around. So now the orcs essentially do his bidding. So the remnants of the old horde or the horde which came through during the First and Second Wars, came through Dark Portal. They're the Dark Horde, and they live within Blackrock Mountain for the moment. The Horde that we play as, if you play a Horde character such as Troll, Orc, Undead, or Tauren, is the new Horde, which is led by Thrall. And what happened was he freed a bunch of the Orcs from the Lordaeron internment camps, which is right up around here, this general region. He freed a bunch of them, he took them to ships, he captured a bunch of Alliance ships, and he started sailing west.
I can't cast
West
that
to the land of Kalimdor. On the way there, they ran onto an island somewhere in the ocean, which is where the Darkspear Trolls were living.
That spell isn't ready yet.
The Darkspear Trolls were a troll tribe that had been pushed out of Stranglethorn Vale, which is their ancestral home, which is this area here. They had been pushed out of it by the other troll tribes, so they were off living in an island on the ocean. But that island got invaded by Naga and Murlocs, and quite a few of them actually died. But the Orcs helped free the Trolls, fight against the Murlocs, and the Naga were doing this ritual to destroy the island, and they managed to get off just in time. So then they kept going further west,
I can't
where they
cast that
landed
yet.
in the Barrens, which is this area here. And they landed on the coast and set up a base. On the base though, they encountered the Tauren,
That's still
which are these cow
recharging.
people. This is pretty much the race I'm playing. I'm a nice little moo. And they went, oh hey, the Tauren are really cool, and they can help us in this new land. So they helped out the Tauren by escorting them through the Barrens. They helped they helped kill a lot of the predators of the Tauren, such as the Centaur, the Quillboar, the Harpies, etc. And they eventually allied. And then the Horde, comprised of the Orcs, Trolls, and Humans. No, sorry, Orcs, Trolls, and Tauren fought alongside the Night Elves and the Humans at the Battle for Mount Hyjal, which was a battle in this region here, where the demon forces tried to come into the world to fight their way up the mountain to a thing called a world tree, and the world tree is like extremely powerful, is quite vital for the planet, and it would have been disastrous if it was destroyed.
That
So
spell isn't ready
the
yet.
Horde teamed up to fight together, and fight they did. They teamed up with the Night Elves and the Humans, and they put up a desperate fight to stop Archimonde, who was a demon lord, reaching the World Tree. They inevitably failed, because the Burning Legion is essentially endless, but they delayed it just long enough for Fury and Stormrage to retrieve the horn of something, Lord of ACN or whatever. I don't know, can't remember it. One of the Ancients maybe, whatever. They got the horn, he blew it, he summoned a bunch of wisps, which all surrounded the giant demon lord Archimonde, and then they all detonated, which destroyed him. And the planet was saved. Since then, there has been uneasy peace, and it's just been recently that the factions have started fighting again. With the undead, those other events are going on at around the same time. So, the human prince, Arthas of Lordaeron, which is this area around here, he started finding a plot to plague his nation, and he pursued it from his capital here through into the Western Plaguelands, which wasn't called that obviously, to Andorwall, and they were infected, and he tried to help them. He went further into the Eastern Plaguelands where he chased them all, and eventually ended up at this place here called Strathhome, and that's where Arthas's tutor and his girlfriend, best friend, whatever, Jaina, well, his tutor is Uther, his girlfriend is Jaina. They couldn't bear to do it, so they abandoned him. And so Arthas, with his army, purged Strathhome, killing all the citizens. But there was a Dreadlord, which is a demon, there, and he said, chase me to Northrend. So Arthas took off after him. Took off after the Dreadlord up to this big continent here called Northrend. It's obviously not in-game yet, but it will be. And when he was there, he started trying to look for it, the demon, and at one point his soldiers were wanting to go home, so what he did was he recruited a bunch of mercenaries, went and then burnt all the ships, and his troops found it, and his troops went, what's happened? And then Arthas went, these monsters burned our boats, let's kill them, and then they all killed the mercenaries. And Arthas went and found a legendary weapon called Frostmourne. When he touched it, it stole his soul. Which isn't very good. So he went back and he went and killed Baldassar. No, not Baldassar. Whatever the demon was, I can't remember. He went and killed it. Then he returned back to Lordaeron. He came back to Lordaeron, to like the city above the Undercity, and he killed his father. And he heralded in the full plague on Lordaeron. And sorry, I should play instead of talking. But anyways, what happened was he went in, got all these people. Oh, he went in with the undead army. He started here in Tirisful Glades, and he went west into the Plaguelands, and he started plaguing everything and destroying it all. Somewhere in the Plaguelands, he met Uther, who had his father's urn, and Arthas needed to retrieve the urn so he could put the ashes of the necromancer Kel'Thuzad, who he had killed earlier, when he was still like a regular human. And he retrieved the remains of Kel'Thuzad, put them in the urn, and then they took an adventure. Sorry, I had to get away from something. So he gathered reins of the Lich Kel'Thuzad. He went up here into Clothalas, and he fought through the magical forest there, and he went onto this island right up the top there, which is where Sunwell was, and he submerged the remains of Kel'Thuzad within the Sunwell to resurrect him into a Lich. And then him and Arthas started just killing stuff. And then I'm a bit fuzzy on the Frozen Throne stuff. But pretty much about what happened was Arthas was being manipulated by a being called the Lich King, who had sent Frostmourne out, so Arthas was acting on the wishes of the Lich King. And he had Frostmourne, which he had given to him, and he'd been carrying this around.
That's still recharging.
But Lich King had his own plans, and he ended up trying to free himself. My mind is so blank. And what am I trying to say? And he ended up trying to free himself. The demons found out about this, and they were like, sweet, that's illegal. So they sent someone to start weakening him, and Lich King started losing power. So he started trying to recall his agents back to Northrend, so Arthas went back to Northrend, and that meant
It's too
that...
far away.
what's his name went? And because he was losing power, his control over the Scourge, which is all the undead, started to wane. So as these undead got more and more power, as they regained more and more essentially consciousness, different factions of undead arose, and the Dreadlords all started trying to get their own power. Sylvanas Windrunner, who was one of the undead, who was a high elf that was killed by Arthas and raised as a banshee, she got free will as well, and she started gathering undead to follow her because she wanted to, you know, be free, or she didn't want to be his slave anymore. So she got as many as she could,
I'm out of range.
and then she started going to war against the Dreadlords in the Plaguelands. And this was called Civil War in the Plaguelands. And eventually she killed them all, and she enslaved Varimathras, and she came out on top. And she led her people back to Undercity, renamed themselves the Forsaken, and decided to start trying to make a life and to get revenge against people who turned their backs on them. The Horde was initially against the undead because they were like, "Oh my god, these people are like monsters. What the heck?" But the Tauren were like, "Hey, we see some potential in the undead. They might not be all bad." So rather than having more enemies, they invited the undead to come into the Horde, and it's a very tenuous agreement. So what we're doing is we're just looking for 4 more spiders, 4 more little spooters, and then we're done with this quest.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Let's give them a thank you. There's a quest over there for us. So these last few spiders are going to be hard to get, but I might stop it here, and I'll promise you I'll find the spider. So I hope that you sleep well, guys.
Be careful.